gang just posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit, you think I'm playing. Trouble hop out bustin' at it, brother, miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them, young boy fingers itching. Fingers squeezing on the trigger, they heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up, if I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions, I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes you vanish, he with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground, it's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy, don't you have your bitch around. Switch up on this bitch, I catch him deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the mission, shit that we ain't do, we spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide, think she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left little bro out there with his brains out, yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock, let's catch an op so I can test the bitch.
Hello, everybody. How is your day doing? I don't know if you were off work or on work today. Of course, I had to work. But how is your days, guys? I hope everything is grand and beautiful for you all. I'm getting my greenage ready, and we're going to get into this Wack 100. We're going to get into this. Make sure, see what I got. Let's load it up. What's up, Cuddy? Well, some people, it was a federal holiday because of Sunday being Easter. Salute, Phoenix Blaze. How are you? What's up, Cuddy? What's up? How y'all doing today? I got some things to go over today. Oh, yeah. Wack 100 trying to call out Bricc, baby. Luce Cannon. We all know they just been lying. We all know. Boy, we got some shit to go over today, though, boys. You know, we're on top of the news. We're on top of it. We stay on top of the most exciting stories. We keep it pushing. What's up, D Vertical? Salute, brother. Let me bring in the content, y'all. Let me bring in the content. On Point Stories. Make sure y'all go subscribe to my dude. Always giving us good information.
Do the minute orders of what happened in court, everything that was said. I think everybody's looking for all the Eddie Boy shit. That's what I'm guessing.
Click like. In this clip, Wack is about to call out Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby for their internet games.
Listen. And everybody got to remember, this is the situation Luce Cannon is in. And
the one you got him in.
And I told bro this, hey, look, bro, they are literally taking everything you say as is real. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you had him saying it.
When you on here running content for YouTube,
you had him saying it.
The police taking this shit that is real. For instance, they told me that him on the phone saying they had a riot came up in court.
Who told you that?
The DA or whatever you call him.
Who told you that?
He's still promoting violence on the phone. Now, for them to say Luce Cannon is still promoting violence on the phone,
hold on.
Luce in his head,
hold on.
He running content.
Hold on. But isn't Wack the man that says I don't tell no man what to do. I'll just, but you give advice, huh? But you give advice, huh? But you give advice, right? Hold on, y'all. But you give advice. What's up, dog? Salute, salute.
But the situation he in, and the police, law enforcement, is taking everything he's saying as real because they said we did our research and there was no riot and no fights in the unit on the yard.
There is no yard. You're in a jail, bro.
You get what I'm saying?
There is no yard, man. These boys are locked down all the time. It's like a level 5 jail, bro. It's not a fucking prison yard. I don't know why they keep adding little shit to this. What's up, Brinsky? Like, this is weird, bro. There is no prison yard. They're not on the yard yet.
So when they be talking on them phones, I take that shit with a grain of salt because me personally, I know he running content. But what I'm trying to get him to understand is, bro, they're taking your content. They're taking
So they're running content. So anytime y'all talk, y'all lie. Anytime y'all talk, y'all just lie. So he's just running content. That's all I've heard from Wack 100 the last 3 weeks. They're just running content. We just got the content. This is the content. That's the content. Is it fake or real, Wack? Starting to look a little whack, ain't it?
character. They're taking what you're saying that you're using to entertain the fucking YouTube people, the streets, YouTube streets, as it's real. So if he get on there and say, yeah, baby, like right now, he got on there and said he broke his hand. There's no doubt in my mind that they're gonna go do a cavity search on him, check, and see if his hand's broke.
A cavity search? Huh? I think they can just look and see if your hand's broke, bro. I don't think they're going to be doing no cavity searches or anything, bub. They don't do cavity searches in jail anyway. Unless you walk through the screen or whatever, you stand behind that screen and it does it. But they don't go up inside you. They make you squat and cough. That's about it. He said they're going to make him do a cavity search over a broken hand, y'all. A broken hand. Nah, they're going to go in there and give him a cavity search. They're going to see if that hand's broken. Yeah, they're going to look at it. You know, have you ever broke your hand? It'll swell up like a fucking balloon. What's up, Sin?
You get what I'm
Look,
saying?
everybody in the motherfucking chat, baby. Welcome to Aggressive Defiance TV.
Aggressive Defiance TV. Aggressive as fuck. Aggressive gang.
So now on the flip side,
The BB gun champion
maybe
is
it could work for him in a long.
The BB gun champion. The BB gun champion. I don't know, man. I don't know what that means. The BB gun champion.
Run. Well, they'll start to understand that when he on the phone and when he doing
Well, big time, didn't it?
the niggas in character.
Yeah, I
But
bet it
as
did,
of
bro.
now, they're taking everything he's saying as real.
What's up, Kevin?
But also, like, he has
Cash
to
Jones is
understand
the
that he's
BB gun
already had his
champion?
first
Okay.
bail hearing. He's already got his first denial.
He's the
So
rat,
he
yeah.
should understand whatever they told him is what they told him.
I agree. Broke it even
Like, if
more.
they use it against him, dog, you heard them use it against you. So either you're going to stop at they told you, or they didn't tell you.
Right. Right. If they told you, then you would stop. If they didn't tell you, you would keep going, right? Yeah.
Okay, so here goes, what is this right here? U.S. versus William detention order. Is this this is the updated, right?
This man gets paperwork faster than anybody I know. has already read it faster than anybody I know. What's up, Wookie? Has already read that paperwork as fast as fucking lightning.
I guess this is update. Let me see.
This is April 9th.
No, this is April 9th.
Okay.
So this got to be it. It's like 4 pages. I don't know if they nature of defense, defendant role in alleged extortion robberies, 2 active protection orders,
What's up, James?
noting one is reciprocal, an outstanding warrant report of violent
That's very true.
January 2025 incident. Is that no jumper? It gotta be. It says, I'm just reading. You see what I'm looking
Yesterday
at?
he was up here having a fight back and forth with
Print.
Wack.
Yeah, you reading that last page of that detention order?
Was that on no jumper now? Now, was that on no jumper? No, man, they ain't saying nothing about Clubhouse. They ain't saying I'm not ever telling these men what to say and do. I ain't never doing it. No. Now all of a sudden
Yeah, page
you're
3,
exposing them,
where
right?
it's in
Yeah.
pen.
Yeah.
It's written in pen. I'm
Get it.
taking that. I did hear that they said they had a police report, but they didn't have a police report in there. So I think he's trying to file to get back in front of them to see if they can produce a police report.
Right.
Listen to this shit. Sitting there talking about the police report that Wack was literally involved in. Wack was involved in the no jumper robbery / assault. Wack was involved. Wack is the one that got him up there. Man,
Going to be committed to the custody of the private and the correctional.
Get it.
Nothing to be afforded reasonable opportunity private or of court, United States. Yeah, so I guess this is what I guess they don't do the minute orders of what happened in court, everything that was said. I think everybody's looking for all the Eddie Boy shit. That's what I'm guessing.
yeah, Texas don't play.
I'm guessing that's why that's a big deal.
Well, wait till y'all see this shit about
Who
Luce's
was
father,
saying
bro.
Like some type of like transcript.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I guess so.
Yeah.
You know, whenever we go to fight in a state case, whatever the fuck you say in that room, boy, that court stenographer is over there tapping away. So that's probably what everybody looking for. But nevertheless,
What's up, Lex?
that kills that narrative that nobody can find. Well, you can find this, and I guess what they have him in custody for, I guess they're just using the details that's in the overall big U indictment. Right? Prince, the page 18, 19 or whatever.
Yeah, that indictment.
No. I don't know.
Let me think this.
This shit, I don't know. Ghost got it. It's just
We went over that. We went on and over that. If anybody wants to know anything about Wack 100, check out Active Chuck's YouTube channel. Deuce M's has exposed this fool to the max. I don't see him suing Deuce M's. I don't see him threatening him
April 9th.
because he knows that shit ain't gonna fly, y'all.
So I don't know
He
when it
threatens
was out.
people he thinks he can threaten.
But
That's what Wack does.
I'm thinking, bro, everybody that's in there,
Salute, soldier.
it's just me thinking, I could be wrong, Because we're looking for separate shit like Bricc got, but he's on a separate thing. I don't know. Can we find the Monty girl's individual breakdown of all her shit, or it's just what's in the overall Big U indictment?
Give me not even 2 minutes. I just need to get her real name real quick.
Damn it.
Yeah, she's the she got a funny last. Maybe I don't know if that's African.
See, they on here just trying to figure out.
It's only two women, but her name is the real.
The funny thing is, yesterday and the day before, shit. Am I done? Damn. Shit. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen. I mean to be rude. Anyway, for the last 2 days, we watched Wack go at Ack because Wack kept trying to get out of Ack kept trying to get out of Wack that what he was doing was police. And Wack was saying, or academics was saying, should you think these people should stop calling home from jail? Now all of a sudden, now Wack's up here. All of a sudden, yeah, they should, man.
Do you hear?
Yeah, they're using everything they say.
So what we're looking at right now
is they're using everything they say,
looking
guys.
For the first set of documents we needed. This is the first set. This is look, so that e-file date, remember, 4/8, 4/9 is just that e-file date. It took them about a week to get it into the system.
Okay.
All right. Remember, that's why we said, hey, give it about a week. We should see about next week, Friday, right? Give them the e-file.
Yeah, really, they not giving you what happened. They just giving you why they hold it.
Yeah, they just giving the outcome of what happened.
Nature of offense and defendant's role in the alleged extortion robberies. And that's kind of like, damn, that's fucked up, bro, because they're using the robbery to say he was part of the extortion.
Duh. If you rob someone in the means to extort them, that's called robbery and extortion. Extortion comes from robbery anyway. You're basically robbing someone. Wack need to sit his little ass down.
See, Lavish, where that gets tricky for me at, Ghost, and I kind of need you on this. Actually, let's roll traffic. Let's roll.
Nah, Ghost, I kind of need you for this. I need you for this one. I need you for this one. Wait till you see this one. The feds used to take Luce Cannon back and forth to school because his pops. What the fuck? See, this is why it's good to have people from the city that know these fools are lying, that know these dudes just get up and make all this shit up.
Welcome back to Scandalous Los Angeles TV.
Scandalous Los Angeles.
On today's episode,
love it.
We sit down with Tank from Tank TV. Tank grew up with Luce Cannon in Fontana after Luce and his twin brother were forced to relocate due to their father's cooperation with the authorities. Tank recalls how federal agents would drop the twins off at school. Then they would show up early, pulling them out 15 minutes before the day was even over.
What?
His story helps us all understand just how much telling Lucy's father did. We should all understand what Rodze was saying now. Tank recalls how federal agents would drop the twins off at school. Then they would show up early, pulling them out 15 minutes before the day was even over.
What?
His story helps us all understand just how much telling Lucy's father did.
You redid that twice.
He did so much telling that they had to put his wife and children in witness protection.
That's crazy.
This is why Rodze said Lucy's father is the biggest rat in 6-0 history.
Scandalous Los Angeles got a question for you. What'd he say? Hey, will you tell us the truth about Luce, please? Is he really from 6-0?
Hell no, he not from 60s.
Shit, you can keep the shit straight hood because you know
Look at
goodness
Luce.
well I say the blued up 6-0 on my hat, the blue laces, blue everything.
Hell no, he not from 60s.
Suge knows I'm a death row killer, and he know goodness well is problems when he see me. You know already know because you know I brought all the 6-0s, all the crip was to death row. No crip cars was fucking with you. I brought them all to you.
Man, he has always been goofy and dumb, hasn't he? Is Luce on the spectrum? I'm not trying to be funny here. I bet you they've been using Luce for a crash out for years, man.
Hell no, he not from 60s.
So I grew up in 8 trays, and then you know I'm from rolling 60s. So
hell no, he not from 60s. His daddy got put on. His daddy was from the hood like 5 months before he turned in the whole neighborhood. He the greatest snitch of all time from 60s. I'm talking about as soon as you get put on 60s, they gonna talk about the nigga daddy. Hey, you don't want to be this guy. The daddy was in protective custody.
That's cold work right there.
Copies of it. The daddy was in protective custody before he turned the hood and all type of shit. You know what I mean? All type of shit.
Hey, hit the like button. Go ahead, my bad. I ain't trying.
Luce, IE. Luce ain't from 60s.
Luce ain't from 60s. Inland.
Luce ain't from 60s. You know what I mean? He just, you know what I mean? His daddy, your daddy ain't even from 60s. You know, so how can you really be from 60s? You know, your daddy told on everybody got him 5'9", Hoover, Anthus, Life, all type of shit, bro. We got the paperwork. We ain't just talking. You know what I mean?
And Luce never wants to talk about this. Luce never wants to talk about this. If my daddy was a rat, my daddy was a rat, bro. We could talk about it. But the more you try to, you know, separate yourself from that, or the more you try to lie about it, it makes you look even worse. If your daddy is a rat, then your daddy is a rat. Yeah, the Inland Empire.
Like, but you know, that don't make it no bad. You know what I mean? Gangbanger don't make nobody. But for some reason, that's what he want to hang his hat on, and he just want to be the you know.
Man, we know somebody just like that here on YouTube. Like, just because it looks cool, just because it's cool in music, it's cool on TV, in the movies. I'm sure there's a lot more to come with gang banging than what more than meets the eye. I'll tell you that.
The locust of them all. No, you might have finessed that bitch into thinking that you a real 60, but you ain't finessed us. We know. You know what I mean?
Look at it. Barlow says so. His dad, the real Sears too. Damn. Look at Mo Scandalous said. Demon Time Exotics, there go that content. Hey, man. Dang. Exclusive content, man, for Rose Visuals, man.
Yeah, that's on the Dead Homies. I ain't lying. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Dead Homies. That nigga don't even know no Dead Homies. You know what I mean? When you be hearing Bricc Baby ask you, what block you got, who you from? What block you from? Who put you on? You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Adam, what's up?
Hey, Luce Cannon, I'm here live on the No Drama Show with Bricc Baby and Lush. Bricc Baby is requesting some information regarding your put on.
Hey, can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horseman, or at 54th. When did you get put on?
When did
you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out in 2002 on Eileen Street, that June house. You know what's up. Yeah, Dead Homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You been in
man, cuz nigga Hillbilly was a part of my put on. Killer Dave was a part of my put on. Oh, the Dead Homies. My first name was Baby Wild Bill. On the Dead Homies, and Izzy turned East Coast. That was the third I squabbled. Who did you squabble, gang?
You know that it puts him in a pickle because he can't respond to it. But why do you have to hang your hat on that? I'm trying to get out and you trying to get in. Yeah, like make it make sense.
For real,
bro.
yo. You hear that? You hear that, youngsters? If there's any young people in my chat, man, and by young, I mean younger than 40, get out of it, bro. You heard that man say, I'm trying to get out, you trying to get in. People don't want to be in gangs after they've reached a certain age, man. That ain't where it's at. It's okay to kick it with the homies, you know, but to be out committing crimes and furtherance of that gang or in furtherance of any other person other than your family, you're fucking stupid.
You know what I mean?
So it's the you never really been this syndrome. You know what I mean? I be noticing niggas that's just like you know.
Yeah, his daddy is the real CS2 on the dead homies. I'm talking about ask anybody in the hood. Ask anybody in the hood. Anybody from 60s, ask them about the daddy, and the story won't change, bro.
Okay, yeah, so I didn't know until later on, until I started saying, like, damn, that's that daddy. I used to see that right there, you know what I'm saying, with them boys. I didn't know that was his daddy, but the whole time his daddy was an informant. You know what I'm saying? When his daddy being an informant, that's what forced them boys to come PC up out in Fontana and Rancho area. When the feds put them in over there. But every morning at school, Luce Cannon and his brother get dropped off by the feds in the van in the Lincoln. So I never understood how when I see him now on the social media thing, I'm like, when did you become like that? And how are they not knowing that you was getting dropped off by them feds?
Damn.
And he's from Nasty Youngins. You know what I'm saying? In Fontana. Right, I'm saying that's why they was with him at No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? He ain't from like that. I don't know how he got away with it this far. But I've been waiting to tell somebody, and then I see this dude see him. I was locked up with the homie. You know what I'm saying? Let me call him and try to get in contact with him. Yeah. So I was like, yeah, this fraud shit is out. And I wanted to holler at dudes here. I'm here. To stop it is like Coochie. Because it's a lot of it out here that ain't never left Ellen Empire, nigga, claiming city gangs. I wanted those him to get niggas like, hey, bro, let you know what can happen with false flagging these gangs. When I seen this, I'm like, let me tell him about this boy Coochie first. Like, these boys is insurance scammers. That's it, that's all.
Bro, like, here's the problem with this. You got people like Wack that have such reach, right? So he's going to put somebody like Luce Cannon on. Luce swore he was a producer, produce hits for Beyonce and all that shit. We can't find him. You can't find Luce Cannon hit with Beyonce. No, there's no hit with Beyonce that has Luce Cannon as in the credits. He says he was a rapper. Yeah, he was around Big U because there's video of it. But it always looked like groupie. And what happens is like, what we see is like more eyes on Luce because of maybe Wack, No Jumper. And then you got people like Deuce Sims. You got people like other content creators, period, that are actually calling out the real shit. But they don't get heard. They don't get heard. Because it's not the same amount of eyes that goes on it. What happens is we get stuck in the same algorithm and the same people just stay watching. That's what it is. Way more eyes. So Luce is able to get away with this shit. Because his one act on camera will get out to more people than 15 real gang members coming on here and saying Luce ain't a gang member or Luce ain't from Rolling 60s. You kind of see what I'm saying? It's not reaching the same amount of eyes.
Right.
4 years.
About it though, he scammed the game by having them thinking that he's some type of rolling 60 boogie man. And this is that grew up like Richie Rich, niggas, with the feds. And I didn't understand how he made it so long. Oh, my mama, I'm waiting on the video. That's what I was calling. I'm waiting on for my sister to give me the video. But it's a cassette tape. I'm just gonna record it on my phone though. Back in the day, she had a big ass camera, and seen the nigga. They when they first started sitting there from over the hill, a massive team of Hoovers came up to the school we was at, and you should have seen him. How he got slapped across the gym and left his brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna send that on in. But I'm just now figuring this cat dog doing
Hi,
all
Tired.
this.
How are you, darling?
But the boy grew up in a fed house.
Grew up in a fed house.
In a fed house. That's crazy. So that all explains how all of these niggas is connected, like Wack 100 and all that shit. They all connected. Nigga, they all a fed family. Look with the dildo. Look at all that shit. Right. They all connected. They all people. Right. And everybody was wondering how they all linked up. I'm just wondering how they all linked up now. It's starting to make sense. You got Luce Cannon. He just ran content on Wack 100 before he was with Big U. Then he gets away from Big U, get all the information he needs from out of Big U, run straight back home to Wack. You know what I'm saying? Lay it on the table then. Wack put him on no jumper to get the, you know what I'm saying, dry snitch. Nigga thinking that his game banging. But he's selling the whole time. He got his testimony on that motherfucker. Right. But yeah,
That was good. That was good.
To street
I can't complain. I can't complain.
You ain't supposed to be on no platform talking about it, incriminating nobody else in no crimes, period. Everything you get brought up. Yeah. So now that you doing that, it's easy for us to look back in hindsight and say, you've been working. This is what Wack 100 wanted you to do. Once he told you,
didn't we say this, bro? This is what we said. When you look at things in hindsight, Wack got these fools up here to tell him to do everything. You know, there was all kind of conversation on the way to No Jumper when he got Luce Cannon up there. All that shit was scripted, and they had already talked about what they was going to talk about. And then ever since that interview, it's went fucking haywire. You got what you wanted, Wack. Big U out the way. You needed Big U out the way so you could move a little different, didn't you, Wack? Because you knew if Big U was in the way, there was somebody still in the way.
You can see that he was sitting there leading him into the shit to say. Tell him his nephew, then he hit him with the nephew shit.
Ham salad, smart.
You know what I'm saying? The 600, Wack, nigga, now the 10. Yeah, they all nigga, that's all friend family, my nigga. That's what I was trying to tell you. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like, I know these, nigga. I seen it with my own eyes, nigga. My whole family that was going to school with this nigga, we seen them nigga, like, nigga, don't do that, nigga. You see them niggas in the street, they had to hear his own temperature like they was walking.
Bro, he said he got dropped off by the feds at school.
Well, tell me a little bit
Man, I ain't never in my life seen a motherfucker get dropped off by the motherfucking feds at school. If I did, I didn't notice it. Now that I look back, I don't remember anything weird like that. But that's fucked up. That's fucked up, bro. Feds dropping your kids off at school because you done told on the whole neighborhood. You know this is around the crack era, too. Motherfuckers got all strung out on that shit. Start telling on everybody. Oh, start going out on fucking drug binges. They start fucking doing crime after crime after crime after crime, get caught, and they start telling on the whole hood. Every dope man he could get.
What you remember when he
was they was all doing it.
Getting picked up and dropped off and picked up in these Lincolns by the people.
Lincoln.
Look, they used to come in class and come get them. Like 30 minutes, like 15 minutes early before school let out. And we used to always have like, what these people?
But fuck getting out of school early and everything.
You know what I'm saying? But at school, nigga, they was acting like they was terrorism. You know what I'm saying? But then we start really knowing what time it was. We see, okay, we got the loud twin and we got the quiet twin. The quiet twin, cool. You know what I'm saying? He don't do none of the shit Luce do. Right. But he always can get his ass whooped for it. So one day, the brother, they thought it was Luce in the bathroom. They jumped on the brother. The brother break up out of there. And this when we had the church. That nigga break up out of there hollering. He pressed that button, nigga. That motherfucker had the whole thing I'm talking about. Nigga look like Men in Black in that bitch.
Damn.
What junior high school was this? Cause this nigga was lying talking about he went to Horseman and Henry Clay and that.
Man, that boy went to Miriam Middle School, A.B. Miller High School, and Birth Continuation School in Fontana.
And then he's claiming he's from 60s. How is he from 60s if he's from Noggin?
No, he's from Nasty Youngins, 1600 block.
Yeah,
I'm saying? Nasty Youngins with the Nasty Youngins. Yeah, they went NY hats too. I know they homie Barry. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Them dudes has been claiming that since we was kids. So when it came down to the six, so like he got some people in his family that's really from over there. But that nigga never left. To me, if you grew up with me and I.E., nigga, if I see you every day, nigga, where have I not seen you, nigga? You from where I'm from. You ain't had no time, because I've just been a couple 6-0 hood days, nigga. We'd have been in the garage playing Madden. And nigga ain't thought about going to that motherfucker.
That's the biggest giveaway right there is if you're pulling up to your hood days or not. I can get it if you're old, you're not going. But all the youngins, all the 40-year-olds, they're all pulling up the hood day, the barbecue, you know what I mean, the get-togethers, the hanging outs, the who's who's, the who's nots, all mingling. I mean, there ain't nothing wrong with it, bro. There is nothing wrong with gangbanging at all, except for the criminal aspect of it. If you take out the drug and the criminal aspect of it, bro, you got nothing but a bunch of homies, man.
So yeah,
and that right there would scare more law enforcement than anything. That right there would scare the politicians, my friends. If the gangs could take out the criminal and the drug element from what they're doing, that would scare the shit out of the politicians, bro. Because then they would have much better voices, much bigger voices. Their voices would mean something more. It's a fact.
Narrative like you so tough now, nigga. You damn near 50. Well, there's always somebody that's gonna remember how you came, nigga. You wasn't like that. Especially you nigga getting dropped up at school by the feds. Because your daddy did.
So, tell me this. When was the last time you seen him out in Fontana or Rialto in San Bernardino, IE?
Right when he was coming, right before he got caught by Cowboy. He had came through one of the spots and the little homie was up there and seen him. That, you know what I'm saying, that knew him too from school. From out there, from back then. And he was talking and he was like, oh no, I mean that's not really what's going on. This content, cause niggas pressing him. Like nigga, how you banging all this, but you ain't got the set in your mouth talking about the nasty youngins. You ain't repping them, but you repping this, and you ain't looking out for him. That's what he was pressing on him for.
Shout out to Duke Zims for this content, bro.
That's the last time I heard
on point.
Seen her, and when I got up here, nigga, he was already leaving up on the freeway. Then I looked on the internet, nigga, Cowboy caught him in Barstow.
Hey, Cowboy.
Yeah, Cowboy hit that nigga with a 2-piece and a biscuit.
Cowboy will fight you, y'all.
With the coleslaw peeking for the camera. He had niggas you see him in the corner. You see him in the corner peeking to make sure he wasn't recording. Yeah, that nigga came up there shaking like a hook edge herd.
Damn.
I'm shaking like a loose transmission, nigga.
Damn.
That nigga name should no longer be Luce Cannon, nigga. It should be Loose Transmission, nigga.
Man, that nigga was getting an eagle on boy coming about that bed. Hell yeah. But that's crazy. Them niggas been living out here, my nigga. Them niggas, then I hear on one of the interviews, bro say, like he a young nigga, like nigga. Like you niggas, like y'all 38, 39, you niggas that been 46 years old.
Yeah, he's like I think he's 43. If anybody knows, please tell me. I think Luce Cannon was 43 and he was telling everybody he was 33. I mean, at what point do you not really think that people are gonna know and find out who the fuck you are, bro? Like who the fuck you think you are? What the fuck, bro? You know what happens when you start to become notable? People start making that Wikipedia, bro. That Wikipedia starts compiling on you.
Nigga, them niggas is old in a bitch. Nigga, them niggas is lying, acting like they young. Nigga, them niggas damn near 50 years old, nigga. Soon. I think they're like 43 now.
Yeah, I thought he was 43.
That nigga, he don't be lying about his age. Man, that's crazy because he's a scammer, so you would think because he's a scammer, he'll lie about his age. Luce Cannon the one talking about his brother cool, but nigga Luce did so much shit, nigga, they ain't tripping on the brother. They just want the face off of him. They gonna
Yeah, Luce has got a twin brother, bro, that just be setting him out and shit. That shit be so funny, bro. I seen him on Munchie B. He was talking cash shit, bro. Luce is still married to some other woman, man. And Sharice, hey, leave him, man, because that's not a life you want to live. You got a brand new baby, darling. You too damn beautiful to be waiting around on a fucking loser.
right, they're gonna beat that boy like an agent on Matrix. You know what I'm saying? They catch him. Just because he look like his brother. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, them boys grew up, nigga. Them boys grew up, nigga, rich.
Damn. Now you gotta look like Luce Cannon. People want to fuck you up. You gotta walk around worried about people thinking you're loose.
From whatever his daddy was doing that he left her with, nigga. So they always had the shoes and all that. You know, and you know, all that type of shit. They always had their little gear, but they was fed.
See, man.
Kids not knowing who these niggas in the suit and why they was with them until you get older and you realize, like, nigga, them niggas, police hoes, I niggas been PC'd up.
Nigga was, so this nigga been PC'd up since he was a child because of the shit that
he always had security, nigga. He just now getting away from them people.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Why you think he get out of so much shit, nigga? Luce Cannon fuck around come home about an act. Which like nigga put him back to work.
Lie, snitch, and tell the truth about everything he knows to get up out of there. And he gonna be working and lying up a bunch of more niggas.
I love that one. Lie, snitch, and tell the truth about everything he know. That was fire. That was fire.
Nervous, bro, because nigga, Wack knows that all it takes is Luke Cannon be like, yeah, Wack put me up to say all that.
Yep.
And then all that shit.
Yep.
So it's all gonna come out when they start pressing play on them numbers. He was in the Fed. You know what I'm saying? I was just in the state case, and you were telling me about the Fed when we were locked up. Like, them niggas ain't playing, the niggas throwing football numbers. So, nigga, when they get you think about it, nigga like Luce Cannon now sell his ass for content. Nigga, everybody getting into the electric chair fucking with that nigga to come on. He's finna drop a dime on their spine. Believe that.
I believe somebody's going to.
Like
I just don't know who yet.
That's the bitch off of Real Chance of Love. So like, this nigga, his wife, Reese Mills. Like, niggas ain't got no. As soon as he get that, as soon as they slam that gavel, nigga, she's gonna be on the next thing smoking.
Yeah.
Nigga, you think she waiting that long? She already sucking some cock.
Off the wrister.
Sharice is bad too, bro.
Already blowing it down for count. What they say?
She was a hoe. Right? She admitted she was hoeing in the industry. She said, we all hoes. She said that on academic. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
The Flav?
So, nigga, she ain't finna wait. I mean, she probably gonna stay in contact with him as long as she thinks she can get some kind of clout and shit up off of it. That's her baby daddy also.
Yeah.
Man, that bitch is finna find it, nigga. You gotta think her biological clock is ticking. Nigga, the bitch already done went from beautiful to Miss Piggy. So
she's still a beautiful woman.
Like a red-nosed pig now. Pregnant one.
But man, look, I told you Bernardino, what they know, niggas be in that motherfucker rapping, busting whole concerts and shit, nigga.
Damn.
Now,
Motherfuckers in Sharice DMs busting whole concerts. Oh, you know they are too, bro. You know they are.
Here, nigga making it happen little by little.
But see, what you know.
Jody got your girl. Jody got your girl. Don't you worry. When you be home, Jody be gone. When you be home, Jody be gone. You won't even know he was there. She'll take a hot bath the night before you get home. The uterus and pussy will start to retract back into position, and you will never even know, Luce. You'll never even know, bro.
You know, my nigga, I was young when I was in that motherfucker with you. Now, nigga, older nigga, I'm seeing it, realizing nigga shit. All that when niggas used to walk past on the tube, like, man, what you doing, dude? I'm in writing, all that shit you doing now, nigga, shit, you knew this was gonna happen before it even happened. Cause you was already planning for the shit, nigga. I watched you do it. Yeah.
Well, they admittedly, both Bricc and Luce Cannon admitted that the feds had ran down on them on that No Jumper episode. They both sat there and openly said, when they got me, and then when they got you, what do you mean? Why are you guys just sitting here then?
If you could dream it,
duh.
And you can envision what it's going to take to make it reality. You make it tangible by writing it down, every step that you got to do, and then you just work towards the first step till you check it off. Then the second step, and you just keep going. You're going to fail. You're going to meet resistance.
Hit that like button for me, y'all. Smash that motherfucker. Share this motherfucking live, man.
Get to where you trying to go, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good.
I was like, damn, let me let my nigga know when I finally get in contact with you, man, and finally was able to do, hook it on now.
This was fire.
To reach out to you, like, man, my nigga got to know this. Them niggas used to get dropped off, nigga, like they was living in the White House.
Damn.
Man, tell that nigga, yeah, that nigga said that nigga was living in the White House. He was PC'd up. But look, this is what I need you to do. Tell that nigga
42? Okay.
To tap in with me, man.
Thank you.
That was my nigga. I'm talking about when before I was a teenager and banging, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hell yeah, that nigga, he's still doing his rapper shit. Y'all probably need to hook it on up and do what y'all said y'all was gonna do in that motherfucker.
Yeah, hell yeah. And he from Cone. That nigga be fucking with 40 guy.
Nah, he's on his own tip. He's staying in Henderson right now. He up in Henderson.
Bro, I moved from Henderson. I was staying in Seven Hills, Henderson, nigga, before I moved out here.
Yeah, he came home and went out there and shit. He's doing good though. Blue Anatomy or some Blue Anatomy or some shit on Instagram. I'm gonna send you the link and all. I'm gonna hook you up with him. I'm gonna plug y'all in today.
All right, yeah, do that. Look, I'm gonna get up off the phone. I gotta go back to work, but nigga, I'm gonna tap in with you when I get off work, and we gotta just chop it up, see what you got going on, and make this shit make sense, bro.
Hell yeah, for sure, man. Good hearing from you, man. Shout out.
Nah, congratulations on getting up out of there, nigga, being free and not being dead, nigga. That's
man,
I was already.
I was like quite a spell, man, but the Most High made it happen for me. I'm free. Got the house.
Shout out to being free, bro.
With some real folks. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the same, be in the same space you in. And shit, nigga, I'm probably finna get up under your tutelage and shit. These nigga I know from in real life, other than YouTube shit, that actually said he was gonna do what he was gonna do. So nigga, your shit works.
Wait, what is your YouTube? What's your YouTube and what's your social media? So we can have motherfuckers tapping in.
My shit, Tank TV.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Tank TV, man, and shit, I'm on there, man. I'm about to holler at this boy, TP, and send him over there.
Yeah, man, send them over here, man, and we gonna chop it up and get them on there. We gonna definitely network, bro. Whatever I can do, as long as it's positive and legal, nigga, and we can get to a bag and to the next level, man.
You hear that? Did you hear that? Man, we need more of that, bro. We need a lot more of that, man. Shout out to Deuce M's, man, Active Chucks. As long as it's positive and legal. Let's get to it. Positive and legal, bro. You heard it too. We need a lot more people saying that. That's something I can get behind, bro.
And I'm always lending my hand out there, man. So
man, let's put it together like an Asian on Matrix.
Like an Asian on Matrix.
Put it together like an Asian on Matrix. What do you know about that, boy? That's fire. Hey, good interview. What that tell us? That told us that Luce Cannon, father, which we knew was a Fed, he's still in prison now. That shows you right there. You can do everything and be still put in prison. Just because you tell doesn't mean you coming home, bro. That's a fact. We got one more real quick, man. This here is put together by Trap Lil Ross.
On the 2-year anniversary of Rayshawn Williams' murder, North Las Vegas Police Department agents visited Big U's home, but he wasn't there. His wife then called him on his father's phone to warn him, with Big U sounding notably shaken, and then opting to stay away from home for a couple of weeks, something apparently out of the ordinary for his...
Trap Lil Ross left it out right there. Wack 100 tipped off Big U's wife. That's who tipped off Big U. That's who then tipped off Big U. Trap, don't leave it out because Wack 100's fucking punking with you, man. Don't let Wack 100 punk you out of not putting him in content. Fuck that.
Shaken and then opting to
you know why he don't want Trap Lil Ross to put Wack in content? Because Trap Lil Ross has a fucking audience. You're a dick, Wack. Man, you're a dick.
For a couple of weeks, something apparently out of the ordinary for his usual routine. Apparently the cops and the FBI tried to contact a number of people involved in the case, and every time Big U was one step ahead, even tampering with witnesses and attempting to make sure their statements were not incriminating. Big U was being surveilled heavily in the lead up to the arrests. The criminal complaint would break down details of all the times that Big U was recorded, bragging about using violence and fear to control his communities. And he would seemingly be pulled over and served a warrant for his DNA sample in the summer of 2023. In the lead up to the arrest, as 600 and Wack begun circulating the rumors of this case getting serious,
There we go. There we go, Trap. Oh, did they just start talking about the case getting serious?
U took to social media to say that the allegations were untrue and that people blame Big U for everything, alluding to new rumors that he was involved in the murder of Fats, Nipsey's best friend.
Don't worry about this, man. Y'all gotta understand, man. People gonna talk. These lanes make money off of using Big U name. Right. One thing is for certain, right? Everything they say, Big U did it, man. They got me doing so much. I don't even know it. I don't even know what I'm talking. Then I didn't do it.
Got you in a whole bunch of different places at one time.
At one time. They say, y'all, you know, it's another new one too. I got into it with Fats. Let me give y'all the information. I ain't never got into it with Fats. Fats is my little homeboy. Ever in my life, me and Fats ever got into it with nobody. Never.
Wack, but
you really stupid. You really. The biggest selling name on the West Coast, you got to say Big U name. You want to sell something, Big U. They want to do something, Big U. They want to do Big U. Big U. Y'all don't get that yet?
But it was on the 17th of March 2025, when the music would finally stop and the feds would close in on Big U and the Rollin 60s. A huge 107-page criminal complaint would be filed outlining the sordid details of Big U's alleged criminal empire that had terrorized LA for years, and 2 days later, arrests would be taking place. The operation, called Operation Drawdown, no doubt titled to make a tongue-in-cheek reference to the downfall of Draws, aka Big U, was announced by the LA District Attorney and the FBI in a press conference that described Big U as a career criminal.
Today, we're here to announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U, who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang, the entertainment industry, and a youth charity to further his own criminal enterprise. An enterprise engaged in murder, extortion, robbery, COVID fraud. Henley engaged in a murder of a musician signed to his label in 2021 and dumped the victim's body in Las Vegas off of the I-5.
See, without any snitches, well, he wasn't scamming the youth charity. He was using it as a front. I'm so tired. Which he basically was scamming. Yeah. He was getting people to donate to it. Then he was putting that money into his own accounts. What a fucking idiot, bro. You're not even washing the money. Haven't you heard the fucking mafia talk about washing the money? That don't mean stick it in the fucking washing machine, idiots. That means funnel it through something else first, then into your account. Especially since nobody works with cash anymore. You can't just take that money and put it into that account. Straight up. But what I think is this. Without snitches, the Rico is at least of his worries. That murder? Whew. That murder can give him the death penalty, couldn't it? I don't know if Vegas has it. Matter of fact, I don't know if Nevada has it. But damn, it could put him away for life. Fuck, 20 years is life for Big U.
He then attempted to evade and obstruct the investigation into the murder, including ordering witnesses not to speak with law enforcement.
The DA would even reveal that they had been following Big U's podcast activities as part of the investigation.
Here, as I said, Mr. Henley is a widely known leader within the Rollin 60s. He rose to prominence in that gang decades ago, and he has since been a fixture on the internet talk shows and podcasts.
See, man, Big U made one real big mistake, and that was having 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's never going to work. Never. It's going to fuck everything up.
Have looked at closely as part of this investigation.
The criminal complaint was surprisingly comprehensive and revealed that the feds had been looking into the case since February 2021, just a week after the murder of Rayshawn Williams, describing Big U as the leader of the Rollin 60s Crips, running it as a mafia-like organization. It used wiretaps, planted cameras, cell site information, as well as search warrants of social media, iCloud and Google accounts, and financial records belonging to those involved in the alleged conspiracy, even using undercover agents to buy guns and drugs from people involved in the conspiracy. Big U, Luce Cannon, and even Bricc Baby, who wasn't even named as a defendant in the complaint, had their phones tapped by the feds, and hidden cameras and bugged microphones were even planted at locations that they were known to visit. The criminal complaint even claimed that Big U and the gang were used.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Phones were even planted at locations that they were known to visit. The criminal complaint even claimed
No Jumper is wiretapped, y'all. Oh. And I bet you anything, since No Jumper is going to be moving, their new place will be even more bugged. Wow,
Big U and the gang were using podcasts and online documentaries, as well as interviews to make the public fear the Big U enterprise.
TV,
Shout out to the
they
FBI
were,
agents
bro.
getting paid to watch this one. Thank you for your service. And the feds would even directly cite comments made on the No Jumper podcast as evidence. It was also stated that while Bricc Baby wasn't a main defendant in the Operation Drawdown, he had a separate suing indictment.
The ad thing, y'all. We ain't doing the ad thing, so AD pays for premium over here.
Pending for a different case. Bricc Baby's indictment revealed 2 counts for illegally having guns and bullets. One of these incidents allegedly taking place on the 12th of June 2022, when Bricc would reportedly shoot a 9mm handgun in the parking lot of a business, with a second incident taking place on the 23rd of June 2023, when Bricc would be arrested by the LAPD, who allegedly found him with 3 guns and more than 130 bullets, and since some weapons and ammunition may have come out of state, this immediately triggered federal charges.
Damn.
The work would also show Brick's earlier criminal history at the time of this arrest, ranging from 2010 to 2020, including reckless evading, 2 counts of possession of controlled substances, criminal threats, and robbery. Hey, who said Bricc ain't got a rap sheet, huh? And while Bricc would not be charged on the Big U RICO case, the feds would note that Brick's case may be related, as it arises out of the same conspiracy. It would be revealed in news reports that hundreds of agents had executed simultaneous arrests targeting 19 defendants identified in the case.
All at once, baby.
Hundreds of agents and officers, including multiple SWAT teams, executed multiple arrest warrants for many of the 19 defendants charged in this case. Search warrants were executed at 6 locations. Those searches continue to be underway. 4 of the 19 defendants were already in custody, and 10 defendants were taken into custody in the last 24 hours. Seeking the whereabouts of 5 individuals, 3 of whom we believe we will have in custody shortly. 2 defendants are considered fugitives.
Approximately 10 defendants were arrested, including Luce Cannon and Bricc Baby, with footage of Luce's arrest being filmed by his wife circulating online. But interestingly, at the press conference, it was announced that Big U was a fugitive and was still at large, despite the criminal complaint and pending charges.
Mr. Henley is a fugitive, and he is currently wanted by federal law enforcement.
The news would continue to report on the arrest, proudly showing collages of those targeted. Big U had been on the run and released a statement saying that he was with his family and planning to turn himself in, as well as suggesting that the case against him wasn't true and that he was just being hunted for helping black people.
This was so stupid. This was so dumb of Big U, man.
My family. Talk to my sons. I talk to every man. I'm gonna deal with it. See what it is. I just want y'all to know. All this stuff is quagmire. So,
damn.
I just need y'all prayers. I need y'all to, I don't even know what to say. I've been 21 years, elevated my family, cut, being right and do what I need to do until I can come back home. People are supposed to help me. I hope you help me. Hank, you don't worry about it. A lot of stuff y'all hearing is straight trash. And I appreciate the love and appreciate people who've been helping me. I don't know. It's hard helping black people and not being hunted for doing it. Reach out to anybody.
What's up, yeah, I mean.
Help me on family. Appreciate y'all.
Big U would then take to social media once again to elaborate further on his feelings. Firstly, denying stealing money from developing options and claiming that the money he took was simply a salary that he used to pay his bills and feed his family.
I'm looking at these videos as I come in to turn myself in, and I'm disheartened by the fact that they're trying to say that I stole something from Developing Option, or I used Developing Option for some front. Developing Option paid my bills. They paid my house note. They paid the bills from my family, the money I made from as an employee for Developing Option. I never mixed that with nothing. I didn't manipulate nobody. I didn't steal nothing. We did PPP loans. We did 2 loans. And that's it, just like everybody else did. I didn't use no fraud. I didn't give no fake names. And one of them we was paying back and one they forgave.
Shut up, Big U.
Attempted for it, and they didn't give us nothing for it.
Shut up.
Taxes, and them coming around telling me I was using Developing Option as a cover for what? None of that's going to be true.
He would go on to claim that of the over dozen co-defendants in the case, many he doesn't even talk to.
The government put this big picture, they want to arrest 21 dudes. Some dudes I don't even talk to. I don't even know nothing about.
Big U sounded defeated in these clips and told followers to pray for him, reflecting on all his achievements that he had made over the last 21 years.
Y'all. It is what it is. Church, just pray for me. Pray for me, pray for my family. Look at what we did. Look at what I did. I've been on 21 years. It ain't over though.
Big U would go on to say that he doesn't talk to any of the other people arrested and that the cops might as well arrest 600 and Wack since they're including his so-called enemies.
And then I'm looking at the people they arrested. How you gonna go arrest people that I don't even talk to? Everybody know I don't pretend. Everybody know So if you want to arrest certain dudes, them was the, and put them next to me, them was the dudes you gonna have to call themselves turn against me. Well, ain't no turn against me. You might as well go get 600 away.
Big U even accused 600 of waiting outside his house with the police who watched the raid, a response to the fact that
he didn't accuse 600. He did not accuse 600. 600 was there with his own camera.
On his socials.
100% ain't nobody safe with these dudes. If these dudes feel they want you, how they going around talking about somebody's gonna raid my house before my house get raided? How they there with the police? 600.
That's so bad, bro.
When they raided my house, he's actually got video and footage of it, so y'all know what y'all dealing with. And I just want to say this to y'all: when they raided my houses and my property, it was actually about Wack, Luce Cannon, 600, and this internet stuff.
Elsewhere, Big U would also suggest that whoever takes his spot as the leader of the 60s community movement must be working with Wack 100 to take that spot.
But y'all gonna be rolling with these dudes. And I got just last thing to say. Wack said he's gonna destroy developing option, right? Who's gonna replace developing option? Which one of you in the 60s gonna call yourself coming in?
Man,
because wherever we try to come in,
I hope we don't see Wack 100 trying to get Big U out of here, because he knows that was the dude that stood in his way. If that's the case, bro, that's bad work.
Believe that. So remove me and get me out the way for somebody else to come in who's gonna cooperate. That's what the play is.
Big U went on to blame Wack for working with the FBI to try and take away his government funding.
100 times he was gonna take my contracts. He worked with the FBI. The FBI went to the city 3 days in a row and told the city they didn't want nobody to give me no more money. They went to all the different celebrities and told all the different celebrities, don't give me no money, don't help me, don't do nothing for me. They're going around scaring and intimidating everybody.
Now, Big U was shutting him down and saying they were scaring and intimidating people was pretty hypocritical. But from here, he would continue to pull the race card and claim that the FBI are trying to shut down black men doing right by their communities.
Trouble.
48
laws don't understand what the FBI do to black men.
Right out of that book, you're right.
I ain't been nothing but a help to our community. But I guess it is what it is. This is the price of being black, now to help somebody, try to help your community, and do what you can. You're just guilty because somebody else don't like you, they ain't going to the internet. They want to, y'all gonna promote it. It's crazy.
Now, it's this sort of thing that made Big U so dangerous, allegedly harming his own community under the guise of helping it, and then hiding behind the race card when accountability came knocking. Ultimately, the facade had now been destroyed. The news would report on Big U going into FBI custody, describing him like a mob boss.
Breaking news, this just in, the FBI says that South LA crime boss Eugene Big U Henley is now in custody. Authorities say he ran a mafia-like organization while masquerading.
You think Wack's gonna get indicted? He should. He fucking should. He fucking should.
Music mogul and gang peacemaker.
Some would report that the DA handling the case was looking at connections between Big U and Nipsey's murder as well. All this crazy news sent the podcast media space into a frenzy. A No Jumper News episode discussing the latest news went mega viral, reaching over 15,000 live viewers.
All of the community stuff. I'm so tired. All of that stuff is that needs handled in court. We don't know anything about that, but that murder is what he should be worried about. All of that community shit. Wack's been toting that shit up. 600's been fucking trying to get him in trouble for that.
Baby.
What's up, babe?
Hundreds of thousands of views, funnily enough, during a segment on the show while Wack 100 was calling in, the full criminal complaint dropped online. I actually read this immediately and even sent Adam22 a number of screenshots of details that related to No Jumper and his podcast shows, including the show with Wack, as well as the section about Wack being confronted by the Rolling 60s at the show at the Novo. In response to this, Big U's nephew, Tiny Rawls, posted about the podcast saying that those people don't do anything for their communities and are snitches. The news sparked a raucous debate which went far beyond the walls of No Jumper on social media and apparently
They said 6-0 General from the fronts, green lights, 600, free the big dude, and kill 600. Wow. Wow, bro. That did not come from me. I didn't say none of that. I did not say none of that. I did not say none of that. Ooh-wee, boy.
Was put on Christopher Lovejoy and Luce Cannon, and Wack 100 would claim that Bricc and Big U were named in a sealed court file tied to a case against the New Jersey Rolling 60s, a case that led to the battle rapper Sue Surf being sentenced to 5 years in prison.
He's bully.
What did Bricc ever have to do with them? You think Bricc
we don't know. Big U too. Wack does the most bullying than anybody. Look at Wack.
He had a sealed file. The exposures, prints, lavish. Pulled it up. We tracked the case number back to Sue Surf him. First, we thought it was some dirt. It's not dirt. He got a sealed file, dope case, New Jersey. It's the same indictment. Sue served him. I know it is.
On the 26th of March 2025, a full indictment will be returned from a California grand jury, which formally charged Big U, They, Bear Claw, Luce Cannon, and 2 others with a litany of crimes. This reiterated the claims made in the prior criminal complaint, as well as provided several new key details and pieces of evidence that gave more insight into the alleged crimes committed, like pictures of
Murder, bro. I don't, if he's charged, I don't have no, it's been proven 600 was the first to put, supposed to be, yep, that's very true. What's up, Ill Love? What's up, G? Nah, like, I'm not for murder at all, bro. I'm not. If he killed that young man, bro, put him away forever. I don't give a fuck. But as far as everything else goes, hey man, I don't know anything else about that. Only thing I know about him, like fraud or anything, is from what Wack 100 and all them say.
baseball hat associated with the Rolling 60s behind for the feds to find after they raided his home, and that Big U's social media messages while on the run were now being included as overt acts as part of the racketeering conspiracy. Sadly, it's not looking good for the Rolling 60 neighborhood Crips, especially Big U. In conclusion, it seems that Big U was perhaps one of the most infamous Crips in LA history. No doubt he truly did run Los Angeles in a sense. Nothing could happen in the streets without him having a say. And if the indictment is to be believed, this was truly a dangerous man, willing and ready to kill at the slightest violation, a predator, preying on the weak and extorting those who were scared of his reputation with threats of violence that the whole city knew he was willing to follow through on. But really, this is also the story of a sick individual. I can't imagine how twisted someone would have to be to murder one of their son's childhood friends, one that they had personally coached in football.
Yeah, that right there is what's got me a little bit like under the weather about this fucking whole case, is that the fact that if he killed this kid or not. This was a kid.
Child, no less. If these allegations are true, then we're dealing with a very dangerous person who put zero value on human life and was willing to kill a child they had seen grow up over something as trivial as a diss song or wasted studio time. That's one of the most dark and twisted things I have ever heard in a gang case. And if it's proven in court, then there's no doubt that Big U won't be seeing the streets again. But in Big U's defense, even though the criminal complaint paints a damning picture of the double life he was living, we can't necessarily overlook the actual good that he did do for his community. Although there's accusations that Big U scams may have reached all the way to the kids' toy drives, you can't remove all the toys, gym equipment, and other stuff that his organization did, and all the countless hours that he personally did do positive. Does that make it worse? Were the positive things Big U did in fact do for his community genuine efforts by a flawed gangster to take the right path, or are these also just calculated moves of a manipulative mastermind who masterfully used positive acts as a method to mystify and cloak the dark empire of murder and extortion? We'll have to see how this case plays out in court, but the sad truth is, if these allegations are true, the man who was doing the most for his community was also doing the most damage to it. Ultimately, sometimes it seems like the image that people try and portray can say more about what they're pretending to be rather than what they really are. I hope that Big U can get a fair and speedy trial, and if there's one thing that I've learned from this story, is that if you are going to be part of a murderous gang conspiracy, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't do any podcasts.
Oh, maybe, just maybe, you shouldn't do any podcast. There you have it. Ladies and gentlemen, tomorrow we're going to be going to do our $50 giveaway. So one lucky member in our members platform, if you are a member on this channel, we will be giving $50 away. Each month, I hope to see that number go up because I want to give back to people on this channel. So tomorrow, sometime, I don't know, probably during the day because I'm off. I got to work tomorrow night. So I'm off during the day. But we will be holding that. We may even do it tonight if I got enough time. I'm going to go look at a vehicle for my lady. It's a different vehicle. So we're going to go check a new vehicle out. So I appreciate everyone. Just know all members, except the trolls can't win, baby. Trolls can't win. I hope he didn't do that either, man. Yeah. And I'm a real stiffler when it comes to car shopping, man. I'm a real stiffler. Excuse me. It's not for me, though. It's from my woman. I hope you guys have a great day, man. We will be doing our giveaway, man. So if you aren't a member, become a fucking member. We do monthly giveaways here on this channel. We do give back. I appreciate everybody for being here. Thank you for always showing up for you, those that always do. You are loved, and I appreciate y'all. Salute. Have a great fucking day.
I don't come with safety. The only time I'm safe is when I'm dangerous. Posted in the 30 with this 30, trying to leave them brainless. We still in the jets, exactly where them boys say we ain't hanging. Put cheese on my head, I come collect that shit. You think I'm playing? Trouble hop out busting at it, brother. Miss you know I'm hitting. We got O's and Bo's in here, and we got wood cook in the kitchen. If I say go get them, they go get them. Young boy fingers itching, fingers squeezing on the trigger. They heard all them glitches. Money man, I run it up. If I fall off, I'm poking shit. Told that bitch quit asking questions. I hate all that notice shit. We send shots the whole year round, no ring around the road and shit. My little bro, he makes it vanish. He with hocus pocus shit. Chopper bust, they hit the ground. It's too many sticks around. We known to get greasy, pussy. Don't you have your bitch around? Switch up on this bitch. I catch them deep, get a whole click around. Put us in the mission, shit that we ain't do. We spinning now. Bitch keep trying to tell me slide. Then she trying to set the pick. Other hoes been tripping, texting my bitch on that messy shit. Left a bro out there with his brains out. Yeah, that's that messy shit. Bought another Glock. Let's catch a